In the shadowed valleys of Bhutan, a young man named Dorji lived under the weight of a constant, suffocating anxiety. To the world, Dorji was a success, a diligent student of modern commerce who had mastered the languages of the West and the mathematics of the future. Yet, despite his accolades, he felt like a traveler walking through a thick fog, unable to see the path beneath his feet. He was obsessed with the horizon, terrified that his future was a locked door for which he had no key. He sought the counsel of an elderly monk in a monastery perched precariously on a cliffside, a man known simply as the Watchman of the Wind. Dorji asked him the question that haunts every ambitious soul. How can I know what becomes of me? The old man did not offer a prophecy or a horoscope. Instead, he whispered an ancient proverb that carries the weight of 1,000 years. If you wish to know your past, look at your current conditions. If you wish to know your future, look at your current actions. This proverb is not a mere observation. It is a mathematical certainty of the soul. In our modern age, we treat the future as a lottery, a series of events that happen to us. We pray for luck, we fear the unknown, and we wait for a big break. But the wisdom of the East suggests that the future is not a destination we are traveling toward. It is a harvest we are currently planting. Every thought you entertain, every habit you tolerate, and every person you allow into your inner circle is a seed. As the Chinese philosopher Confucius once said, the man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. Dorji realized that his future was not a distant cloud. It was the stone he was holding in his hand at that very moment. The first truth this proverb reveals is the law of continuity. We often live in a state of cognitive dissonance, believing that somehow, miraculously, a life of distraction will result in a future of focus, or that a life of sedentary comfort will result in a future of vibrant health. We are waiting for a version of ourselves that we have not yet built. In Bhutan, the culture understands the concept of Ley-Jum-Drey, or the infallible law of cause and effect. Your current life is the physical manifestation of your previous decisions. If you are unhappy with the present, you are looking at the fruit of your past. To change the fruit, you must change the root. You cannot plant thorns and expect to gather grapes. Every sentence you write today is a word in the book of your tomorrow. The second truth is the danger of the someday delusion. Dorji, like many of us, lived in the waiting room of life. He believed that his real life would start once he had more money, more time, or more certainty. But the proverb predicts your future by pointing at your clock. There is a Japanese proverb that warns, "The day you decide to do it is your lucky day. There is no other day." When you say, "I will start tomorrow," you are actually making a profound prediction about your future. You are predicting that you will be a procrastinator. The future is a mirror. It reflects exactly what you do today. If today is a day of excuses, your future will be a landscape of missed opportunities. The third truth is the power of identity over intensity. We often think that a single, massive effort will change our destiny. We may wait for a heroic moment. But the Watchman told Dorji that the river does not carve the canyon through power, but through persistence. Your future is predicted by your boring routines. The things you do when no one is watching, the choices you make when you are tired. These are the architects of your fate. As the Chinese sage Lao Tzu observed, he who shines with brilliance should also know how to keep his light under a bushel. This means true power is found in the quiet, consistent application of will. If you want to know if you will be wealthy, don't look at your dreams. Look at your bank statement from the last 6 months. If you want to know if you will be wise, look at the books on your nightstand today. Dorji struggled with the weight of this realization. It is terrifying to accept that you are the primary cause of your own misfortune. It is much easier to blame the economy, the government, or the stars. But the proverb strips away these illusions. It forces you to realize that you are currently writing the script for the movie you will be forced to watch 10 years from now. In Japan, there is a concept called Kaizen, the philosophy of continuous improvement. It suggests that greatness is not an act, but a habit. If you improve 1% every day, you are predicting a future of exponential growth. If you decay 1% every day, you are predicting a future of total collapse. There is no middle ground. There is only the direction in which you are currently moving. The fourth truth is that the future is built in the space between. The Watchman pointed out that Dorji's anxiety was a result of a cluttered mind. To have a clear future, one must have a clean present. There is a Zen proverb that says, "You cannot fill a cup that is already full." If your present is full of toxic relationships, digital noise, and mental clutter, your future will be a crowded room where you cannot find your own breath. Branches of your life. So the new growth branches of your life, so the new growth has a place to emerge. Finally, the proverb reveals that the future is not a mystery to be solved, but a responsibility to be carried. Dorji left the monastery not with a map, but with a mirror. He realized that the ancient proverb was not a mystical spell, but a sober warning. The future is simply the present, unfolded. If you are currently browsing through your life, you will be a spectator in your own future. But if you act with intention, if you treat your time as a sacred resource, and if you align your actions with your highest values, you don't need a psychic to tell you what's coming. You already know. The most valuable word you can internalize today is now. Not the now of hedonism, but the now of architecture. You are the mason. The stones are your minutes. The mortar is your will. Look at your hands. What are they building right this second? Because whatever it is, that is where you will have to live for the rest of your life. The Watchman's proverb is the only prophecy that has never been wrong. Your future isn't coming. It is being made.